I am going to talk about how sharing the information and the collaboration can actually save your life, and not only yours, but of your colleagues as well.
I'm going to start by talking a little bit about just sort of introducing this issue for anyone who may not be familiar already. And then I'll talk a little bit about how I came to work on it with Alison Killing, who I also actually met through Tactical Tech and who's a part of this community as well.
I met Jano Kuciak in 2013, so quite at the beginning of my career as investigative journalist.
I sort of started working in China as like a wire reporter for Reuters, and it was like between 2012 and 2016. And during that time, there were a lot of things happening in the region. One of the big things was that there was this kind of series of knife and bomb attacks that the government blamed on Uyghur separatist groups or extremist groups.
One day, Jano called me that Slovak Prime Minister, he has this new assistant, and there is nothing much known. It was not actually assistant, it was the Supreme State Counselor, as he put it. And there is nothing much known about her. Her name is Maria Trošková.
I remember the first time that I heard that things had gotten a lot worse was when I was like out at drinks with a colleague who was a correspondent at another publication. And he had basically said that they had taken this trip to Xinjiang. It was like him and a photographer, and they had gone in a car. They had traveled around the region and for 7 to 10 days, something like that. And they worked with the driver, and the driver was Uyghur. And at the end of the trip, the driver had said to them, I really enjoyed working with you and getting to know you, but I might not get to see you again. He said, why? He said, well, I've been told that I have to go for re-education. I'm being sent to a re-education facility.
But we found out that she was having a company with some Italian guys from Calabria. So we decided we are going to find out more. And at some point, we understood that those guys from Calabria are members of 'Ndrangheta, the most powerful Italian mafia. And we've been working on the story for about a year and a half. And about, let's say, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks before we were ready to publish the story, Jano was murdered at his home together with his fiancée. They had about a couple of weeks before their wedding. Even though we felt like each of us who knew Jano that we just want to lock ourselves in a bathroom and cry and quit the job and never return to anything that could, get our people or people we work with or people we love killed. We understood that we must continue the reporting of Jano.
It was sort of around that time that I very fortuitously met Alison Killing, who many of you probably know, but if you don't, she's a licensed architect, and she does a lot of geospatial analysis. And Alison and I started talking, and we sort of, she had this idea to try to locate a lot more of the camps, like hopefully all of them, by using satellite imagery.
So we created this kind of a group of journalists that was called All for Jan. And we decided we will finish all those stories Jano started but never finished.
We found that kind of examining the locations and the architecture of these facilities enabled us to learn a lot more about just the policy itself and how the government was sort of building this infrastructure to detain and incarcerate this huge number of people.
And we created this team to go over and sharing what they found in the data and expose the whole system, how it worked and how it was corrupt, and do it in the name of Jano. So we created something that later got a nickname, Kočner's Library.